The first time you open Windows 8 and you see the Start menu, it really kind of throws you off. And the first thing that you will automatically do is notice, hey, wait a minute, I've lost the taskbar and the Start button. What am I going to do here? And so in this video, I want to show you some basic mouse commands, and this will make you feel instantly more comfortable with Windows 8. The idea of the Start screen here, or the Metro interface, is to expose things to you. Now notice I can scroll across here simply by rolling the wheel on my mouse, all right? Or I can come down here and grab the scroll bar just like in any Windows application and drag it across and back. Now what you're seeing here, I've turned on the administrative tools, and so you can see all these tiles here, and we'll get to that a little bit later on in the course. But from the Start menu, I can open applications. Notice if I want to open my calendar, all right? Well, actually, let's open Photos. I can open the Photos app, and I can see photos that are going on. Well, this is kind of cool, but I need to get back out to the Start menu. How do I do that? I don't see any way here. Well, in Windows 8, the four corners have functionalities. If I just drag the mouse to the lower left corner and let it sit there, notice it's showing me the Start screen. Now this is one little irritating part of Windows that we may see change a little bit later on. Don't know. It's been this way all the way through the process of reviews. But when I bring the mouse to the lower left, it will basically give me a shortcut to the Start screen. All right, if I click my mouse, boom, I'm back out of the Start screen. Now, let me show you why that's a problem, okay? I'm going to go right back out to my photos. Notice it's still open. When I mouse over this, I'm used to with JavaScript type menus on the web and stuff, I instinctively try to move the mouse over this and it's gone. Okay, so I drag it here, I move it over it, it's gone. And I'm trying to click on nothing. Pull the mouse down. When it appears, leave your mouse still and just click. Okay, you'll get used to that really quickly. All right, now I'm back out to the Start menu and I want to open something else. Let's open the Weather app. Now we've opened the Weather app, and so we're going to check the weather in Taos, New Mexico, see what's going on out there. It looks like a great day, 66. Okay. So then I'm going to come back and go back to the Start menu, and now I'm going to open up the Maps application. All right, and so here's the Maps application open up, and so I can go dig around on Maps. But now here's a question. Sure, I can go back to the desktop or the Start menu, but what about the other apps I've got open? Used to, I could go down here and see my taskbar and see everything that I had open. Well, what I can do is go to the upper left corner now, just take the mouse up to the upper left corner, and notice this shows the applications. And if I pull the mouse down now, you'll notice it becomes live and it shows me all the open applications, and I can easily go to Photos, or I can go back up here and I have to pull down to make it live. Now why is that happening? Well, Microsoft realized if we just moused over here and that thing popped out, or if we just hit the corner and that thing popped out, we were going to spend a lot of time being frustrated by this junk popping out on the screen when we didn't want it. So what you have to do is go up here to turn it on, then just pull straight down and you will activate that, and you can switch between your open apps. Notice I can even switch out to the desktop right here. Okay, now there are keyboard shortcuts for this stuff, but I'll go into that in a separate video. Okay, so we're at the desktop. How do we get back out to the Start program or the Metro interface? Just pull down. Here it is down here. Okay, if I want to go back to the desktop, I can either go up here and pull it down and see the desktop, or I can just click on the desktop tile right here and it takes me right back there. Now let's notice that my corners still work even when I'm out here in the desktop interface. Okay, so I can go right back to Maps from the desktop just by choosing my currently running apps. Now what if I decide I don't want weather anymore? I'm through with it. I can right click it here and close it, and I can do any of the apps that way. Now on the right side of the screen, if I go up to the upper right corner, it activates, or it gives me the option of activating the Charms menu. We'll talk more about the Charms menu and all the functionalities later. Same deal. If I pull down, oh, I didn't do it fast enough. If I pull down, you'll notice it turns black, it becomes active, and it also shows me the date and time out here in a large block on the left. And from there I can choose to go into different aspects. For example, if I want to go do a search, that brings up the search menu and I can start to search for things in Windows 8. So very, very easy to get around. And I want to show you one more thing here. If I go into an app, So I'm going to go out here and pull down, and actually I'm going to go to the start menu, and I want to open the weather back up. And I just want you to see a couple of things that you can do. Once I have an app open, these Metro apps, keep in mind off to the right off the desktop is really unlimited amount of territory. Well, if I just simply roll the mouse wheel, okay, then I can move the app over, and my mouse is acting goofy here because it's a live demo, okay, but I can just drag down here. If I roll the mouse, I have a touch mouse, okay, and so it acts kind of weird sometimes, but I can scroll back and forth and notice all the other information that's out here that I can get to, okay. So just by rolling that mouse, I can move back and forth, and notice, let me show you this. Once my mouse moves into this area where there's vertical information, rolling the mouse up and down moves that data. Just move it back up here to where I'm outside that area, and start to scroll it again, and you can see that it moves over and back again, okay. And so very easy to move around. Now if I want to make any kind of changes to an application, normally on these applications, just right click anywhere inside the application, and you will see menus and settings pop in at the top or at the bottom, and sometimes in this case you'll see both, and we'll go into some more of that later. Now another question, I've got the application up here. How do I close it right here without going over here and right clicking and all that stuff? Okay, go to the very top of the screen. You'll notice it changed to a hand. Left click, drag to the bottom of the screen and let it go, and you just close the app and you return back to the start page. All right, that's a real quick overview of some mouse commands on how to move around in Windows 8 just using your mouse.